Yes. Also, we do record these. So if you ever miss one, just know that you can always come back and watch them again. Or if like you have a friend that you're like, oh my God, this was super cool. You gotta check this out. You can send this the recording to them and just say like, hey, check it out so you can see what it's all about. Then you can come next time. So we just like enjoy also documenting our journey through this. This is our fourth full moon gathering, I do believe. And so we're getting more confident and more comfortable with it. And so we just really enjoy being able to share that with you guys as well. And we always like to look back on our old videos and go, oh my gosh, look at our first one, look at our second one, look at our 30th one. We just really like to have that as reference. So, all right, I've got a lot of people on here, so I want to get started. So I'm going to start pulling, okay? The first person I have on here is Katie with a C. Katie. Yeah, we had this problem last time. That's why I'm on it this time. Katie with a C, and then actually Katie with a K. I'm going to go to you right next, okay? So, all right. That's so funny. I knew that was going to happen again today. I was like ready for it. Okay. Katie with a C. Girl, I have transparency is your card today. And that is honest, authentic, genuine, and present. I'm going to repeat those for you. Transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, and present.
I don't have it quite right.
You guys. So that is for Katie. Oh, how interesting. But I think also very self-explanatory on that one. Maybe, of your interpretation, you can probably find something in there. And I can't wait to send you the actual reading. Okay, so next I have Katie with a K, okay? Ooh, okay. This is an interesting one. The magic of the Kohellan Druid. I actually pulled this for somebody last time. It's kind of an interesting card. I'm going to talk for you. Hey, go. Oh, I'm working. This is my son. He's crazy. Okay, so it is the magic of the Kohellen, Kohellan Druid. Druith. Okay, now I'm going to read you the words that go along with that. Caution, secrecy, and weary. Ooh. Where can your mind go? All the different places, right? Dr. Seuss style, like, oh, the places your mind can go. I'm excited to send you that one too. So will you guys also, hey, Elika, are you writing these down for me? I think you said that you were, but I'm already 2 in and I did not write them down. So I'm going to.
Yes, I'm writing them down for you.
I love you. I told her, I was like, no, I'm going to write them down. Don't worry about it. And here we are 2 in. And I was like, I am not writing them down. Okay, so next I have Anna, okay? How are you this evening? Right. Ooh, I love this one. This card is the Time and Tide card. This is a very good one. I pulled it before for multiple people. It's a reoccurring card. Certain cards just come all the time. This is one of them. And it's Time and Tide, Oceanic Spells and Rituals. And I've kind of talked about this one last time, but Time and Tide is a lot about give and take. So the Time and Tide is something that you can always count on. Like the tides are always going to come in, the tides are always going to come out. It's something that you can always, it's almost like scientific how, predictable it is. And so I really kind of think of that when I think of this card as Time and Tide, is how predictable life can be. So maybe just rituals, predictable habits, maybe schedules, something like that. Kind of, that's what I'm thinking for you. That would be my interpretation of the card for you. Okay, so next I'm going to pop over. I have Bethany, who I believe is a new face to us today. Hi, girl.
Hey.
Good to have you. I'm really excited to pull your card, see what
Thank
kind of
you.
you're putting out there virtually. Ooh, I pulled the dreams card for you. So dreams, vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. Maybe you're having dreams, maybe you're not having dreams, maybe dreams are coming with messages, maybe they're not. Lack of, maybe you're used to getting them and you're not getting them, maybe you're not getting them, or you were getting them, you know what I mean? Like just kind of contemplate that, like play with it. Like why would dreams card be pulled for me? What kind of message am I either lacking or searching for when I'm sleeping? Am I having restless sleep or am I having really zonked out sleep? You know, just when you're journaling, those are kind of some things to ponder on. But I will give you your full reading afterwards. This is the time for you. Make sure once I pull your card, you just journal about it. Like, what's your first impression when I pull it? What's your first thought? Were you like, what does that even mean? Or were you like, oh, I know what that's about? So just give your first, and honestly, you guys, you're not being graded. Like I said, you don't have to tell anybody. So even if you were like, that doesn't make any sense, then that was your first reaction, and that's totally fine. Okay, so next I have Jennifer and Nicole down here. I see Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. I'll pull you first. Nicole's like, no, me first. I'm just kidding.
No, I was just looking for a pen. You can go ahead and do Jennifer. Oh, I
Okay,
guess-
Jennifer, here we go. Let's see what you got. Ooh, what a good card. Freedom. Freedom.
I got freedom tonight.
Yes.
Totally did.
Independence and self-determination.
Self-determination.
That's a great card to have pulled. Very good. Okay, Nicole, you are Nicole, not my sister Nicole, the Nicole with Jennifer. Sorry,
Okay.
my sister Nicole. That's a little tricky too. It's funny because they're Jennifer and Nicole, and we're Jenny and Nicole as sisters. So it's kind of tricky. Like lots of the same name on here today.
Do you have the availability to let people in?
Yeah, I do. I haven't seen anybody in my waiting room. Is somebody missing?
Me.
Alicia,
Me.
Wait. Oh yeah, no, Joe, I'll get you. I got you, girl. You'll be next. I have another call on my team going on.
say Stephanie.
Okay, wait, here's Bethany. Another Bethany. Sorry, that's tricky. What are we missing?
Me.
Stephanie,
Kristen told me that I was missing somebody to let somebody in.
Stephanie Abbott.
She can't get in?
She said she's waiting for approval.
Oh, that's so weird. Wait, is she maybe the Samsung?
No, it's me. Jill. That's
Hold on.
me. Okay.
Hold on 1 second, Jill. Give me 1 second. I have another girl that's just having trouble getting in.
No problem.
Do we have two Jills in? Because I have one Jill on my screen and one that's a Samsung.
Maybe. Yeah. But you said Stephanie was having trouble getting in?
Yes,
Did she message you on your own? Because I can message her real quick.
yes, she did.
Okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, I'm not seeing that. Okay. Is she in the group? Could we just tag her in the link? I don't know why it would. I'm gonna send her
I sent her the link directly from the group.
directly, and it's not. I didn't see her get in, or I didn't see it because it comes up right away, and I just approve it right away. Have her try again, maybe. See if maybe she'll try again, because I'd love to get her on here.
Danny is Samsung.
Okay, I'm gonna keep polling just so we can stay on time. Kristen, could you maybe just let me know if Stephanie gets on? I will keep an eye out for her though, over here, to make sure she gets on. I want everybody to get on that tries for sure. Okay, I believe I was on Nicole. Not my sister Nicole, the other Nicole. That's where we were at, right? Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, Nicole, you have, I'm gonna, hopefully I don't botch this name, but it's Yemaya, Yemaya card. And it is, you're gonna, Grandmother Ocean and Primordial. What an interesting, I have actually never pulled this card. So I'm really kind of interested in what you have going on over there that pulled this card out of my deck. So I really don't have much to go off of this one because I haven't pulled it yet. And so I'm curious, just kind of maybe see what you can come up with. And then maybe we'll read it together, reading, and we'll see what we can come up with for you. But this is a new one for me too. But it has a picture of a mermaid with like a little baby in her lap as well. Like nurturing maybe. Maybe it's like a nurturing situation. Because like grandmother, you think of like, maybe like nurturing, you know? Interesting. Oh, I see Stephanie. Yeah. Got her. And I see Amanda too. Okay. All right, guys, I gotta kind of speed it up here. So I'm gonna pull faster, okay? Okay, next, Jill, you're next, girl. All right, here it comes. Yes. Okay, for Jill, I have receptivity, and it is a mermaid receiving like a little gift from a bird, and it says, yes. Oh, did somebody say my name? So it says, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. That's what you're working with, Jill.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now Nicole, my sister, go next. Okay, Nicole, here we go. Ooh, it is like the only male mermaid card in my deck that you get, and it is honor the masculine. Ooh.
Honor the masculine.
Respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. Do you hate me for pulling this card right now?
I do. I do.
I
do
know my
so
sister's
much.
like, way too well right now. She's like, screw you.
I am woman, hear me roar. No.
Yeah. Okay, so journal about how that makes you feel, Nicole. Can't wait to hear about it. Oh, that's fun. That was a fun one. Okay, now I have Bethany Moreland. Okay. Ooh, I actually pulled this one just not that long ago for somebody. Okay, so this one is the magic of the Cohellan Druid. All right, Bethany, I'm gonna spell it. Wait, I think she moved in my screen here. Oh, there you are. Okay, sorry, you moved over a space. Okay, so it's the magic of the Cohellan, Cohellen, Druid. Druith, and it is caution, secrecy, and weary. Interesting. All right, guys, I gotta keep moving though, okay? And I promise I will send you guys your full readings after this too. Next, I have Amanda. I don't see her. there. I don't want her to miss hers. I'm gonna pop over to Stephanie until I see Amanda in her chair. So Stephanie, hi, hon. Sorry, I didn't see you the first time you jumped on. I got you now,
Oh, you're
though.
fine.
Okay, Steph. Ooh, you got the Adrift card. Adrift, one word. Letting go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. Ooh, I like that one. All right, so journal about how that makes you feel. What you think. Okay, and next I'm gonna pull, sorry guys, people's screens keep moving around, so it's not exactly in order of how people are coming on. But I promise I get everybody, don't worry, okay? So Caitlin, Katie, Anna, Bethany, Jennifer, Bethany, Stephanie. Okay, next I have Bonnie, my mama. Let's see. Okay. All right, Mama got the divination card. Is prophecy, fate, destiny, future fortune. Hey yo. Oh, it's got some money coming her way, maybe? A sugar daddy? Okay, next I have, okay, Amanda, I see you. I'm gonna pull Amanda here. Don't worry, I didn't want to pull it when you weren't there, so I was like, I waited. Okay. Amanda, vulnerability. Ooh, okay. Open your heart. Allow yourself to be tender. Interesting. That's a good one. I like that one. Next, oh my gosh, okay, they're moving around again. So like when people jump on or off, the screens will shift. So I'm gonna make sure I get everybody. Okay. I have Jessica. I'm gonna do Jessica next. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. And sometimes if like you don't have your screen on, you'll automatically go down to my bottom. So it's not like I'm ignoring you guys, I promise. I'm getting to you. Okay, Jess, this is what I got for you. We don't have two Jessicas, correct? I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, we're good. One Jessica. Ooh, Jessica, I pulled dreams for you as well. The dreams card, which is vivid dreaming, dream messages, and dream teaching. Same. I rarely ever pull the dreams card and to pull it twice. Okay, so next I have Erin. Erin, I know that you're just listening, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull yours. Ooh, I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards. Sisterhood. Sisterhood is one of my favorite cards. Friendship, allies, compatible souls, loyalty, joy, and delight. I mean, if you are present with a bunch of women right now and that's sisterhood, I don't know what is. I mean, that's just me thinking, but hopefully you heard that, Erin. That's a good one. Okay, next I saw Danny, you say that you were the Samsung phone, so I'm gonna make sure that I get you as well. Hi, Danny. Okay. All right. Ooh, energy field adjustment. I love this card. Doesn't it look like her hair is just like on fire and she's just like beaming with a bunch of energy and light? Because I always think she does. But it's aura cleansing and health. So energy field and adjustment, aura cleansing and health. Make sure you guys are writing that down. Make sure you're journaling about how it makes you feel or what is your first reaction to it when you hear it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Erin. Now that right there is proof that card should be coming to you. Seriously, I love that. I don't know if you guys saw, but so she got Sister Head last time as well when I pulled. Okay, let's see. I have Allie. Allie, I'm gonna pull yours. Ooh, Allie, I got vulnerability for you as well, which is open your heart and allow yourself to be tender. Interesting. I'm cruising. Okay, I think I had Leslie and Chelsea jump on as well. So let's do Leslie. Okay, Leslie. Ooh, wave of power. Woo, woo. That's a good card. A surge of power, upswing and energy, and exhilarating momentum. Woo! Go, girl, go. I love that card. That's a good one. Who is it? I think Chelsea. Chelsea was my other one. Where'd she go? My screen's moved here. Oh, there she is. Chelsea King, I got you next, girl. Ooh, okay. So here's your card. It is a little pregnant mermaid, but don't let that scare you. It is Lumeria Returns. Let me spell that for you. It is, yeah, I just saw Bethany. She's like, yeah, Lumeria. Lumeria is Lemuria, returns, with his earthly spirituality, community, and ocean conservation. I'm going to repeat that for you. Earthy spirituality, community, and ocean conservation. Ooh, interesting. That could bring all kinds of emotions, I feel like. Okay, so I did not pull Kristen or Elika, but we can do that on our own separate. We all have cards as well. Did I miss any? Buddy, I don't think so. I think I got everybody on here. Please speak up if I missed you. But I'm looking. I think I got everybody. I'm gonna pull my own real quick. If you give me just 2 seconds, that'd be great. And make sure you're journaling about that. Make sure you wrote it down. Think about it. Oh, bummer. Katie, tell your friend Caitlin to message me, and I can still pull her a card if she wants to. Just tell her to like private message me. No problem. It takes me like, what, 2 seconds? You know, I just pulled like 30 cards in 30 minutes. It doesn't take me that long. So have her message me. Okay, I'm gonna pull my own. Ooh, I pulled the reflection card, which is what you contemplate can actualize, which feels beautiful already. I love that idea. I'm gonna set that right here and look at that through our intention settings. And yeah, I'm gonna actually journal on that while Elika is introducing her little practice and everything. So thank you, ladies, for joining me for card pulling. Hopefully that's kind of fun for you. It's fun for me. I actually started card pulling about 3 years ago. Somebody actually bought me these cards as a gift. And I was reading through it and I was like, I have no idea what half these words are. I don't know what these are. And it's interesting, 3 years later, here I am in front of a bunch of people pulling cards. But you guys, do you want to know how I started pulling cards? I just started pulling cards for myself every day. And I'd read, and I would read, and I would read, and I would journal about what that card was. And I would journal how it made me feel, and I would journal the little specific little lines in it that I would like or interpret certain ways. And I just started learning. I didn't just wake up one day and be like, I'm an oracle card reader, okay? I started pulling them for myself. I started reading, I started researching. I'd have to look up words like, what does that mean? What does that sound? What is that? And I just learned. And then as I pulled them for you guys, I learned more. Like I said, I pulled cards tonight I've never pulled out of my deck, and I'm so excited to learn about them, okay? So I don't ever pretend to be, you know, anything I'm not. I just enjoy pulling cards and I enjoy learning about them and I enjoy sharing them with other people. And so I love pulling them and reading them to you guys and reading them. You know, as I'm sending it to you, I'm like, oh, this is such a good card for her, you know, and I just read it and I just check in with it. And so it's a pleasure to pull them for you guys. And I appreciate you guys coming and wanting to do and be part of that. And so I hope you guys enjoy it. I know it has to be fast so I can get everybody. But then I send everybody in a private message their actual reading. So after this, you will get a little bit more information about what card it was that you got. And maybe you can take a little interpretation. You can compare, what did I write compared to what I read? Was it a match or was it completely off? You know, and there's no wrong or right here. Just remember that. So if your interpretation is completely different than what your reading is, there's no wrong in that. Okay. So really, truly write how you feel and how that card makes you feel. Because I think that's really important before you're placed in that agreement with whatever it says with them. Okay. We've been reading the 4 agreements lately, and I've been really shifting my mind a lot to what are the agreements I'm allowing placed on me. And that's why I really like for you to see your card and get your own interpretation before you're reading what they're telling you it should be like. I want to feel like what you feel when you see that card before I tell you how you should feel, if that makes sense. I just like that process a little bit better, and I think it works out for everybody. Like even for me, not even reading the reflection story, I really enjoy that card, and it made me feel good. And I was like, oh yes, like what I'm thinking, and I just had my own thoughts, and it wasn't about being wrong or right. It was just like, how do I feel when I get that card? And so that's how I really want you guys to feel as well. It's really just take that interpretation of like, there's no wrong, there's no right, it's just what is. Okay. And then I will always send you guys the interpretation, because sometimes those cards are a little like, what does that mean? So it is kind of nice to have the readings with a lot of them. But okay, I'm going to stop rambling and pass it on to our dear, amazing Elika, who is going to guide us through some meditation and some yoga practice. And let's just like enjoy it and lean in and just sit back and chill and let her guide you through this. So maybe take a second to get your mat or like a little area that you can lay down, even a towel or something like that. But we will be kind of like moving and things. So find a little spot, and then Elika is going to take it from here. Thanks, ladies.
So yes, I'm going to take it in a minute. I think actually Kristen's going to do an intention setting with us first, but in the theme of getting prepared, yeah, we're going to be on our knees for a little bit in the practice. So if you do, I have sensitive knees, so I'm going to have a blanket under my knees. So if that's something that you want, grab a pillow or a blanket. You can always also just like double up your mat. I don't know what's going on with my hair right now. You can just like double up your mat or whatever. So you don't need to make any special arrangements, but feel free to grab something right now if you want. But Kristen's going to hop on for a hot minute.
Grand evening. Thank you guys for sharing this full moon with me. First of all, I want to start by thanking the moon and her ever-changing radiance, illuminating light, her strength, and her divination. May she make us as full as she. And to start, I just wanted to go over some facts about the full moon. It is in Leo. It is a full wolf moon. And the reason why they call it a full wolf moon is because wolves tend to howl more during this time. And part of that reason is because they are hungry. They are organizing, hunting, and that's how they communicate. So in the cold times, they are definitely pack animals and working on that together. The other name for this moon is the center moon, and that is because it is in the middle of winter. The full moon does appear for a few days. It peaked actually already at 218. So that's part of the reason why it's so full. And then the other thing I wanted to go over real quick while you guys are doing meditation and yoga is January is a new start, and it represents new beginnings, conquering light over darkness and letting go of things that did not serve you in the previous year. May this yoga and meditation practice ground you in preparation for setting intentions. Pay attention to your senses during this time. And I'm going to go ahead and pass that on over to Elika now.
Thank you, Kristen. Okay, so going on the sentiments of our wolf moon and really focusing on the expressive piece of the moon. We're going to work a lot with the throat chakra today. So we're going to start with a nice breath practice with an Ujjayi breath. I posted something in the group about what kind of breath we were doing, and it's spelled crazy. It's like Ujjayi or something, but it's pronounced Ujjayi. And you maybe have heard it even called like victorious breath or ocean breath or snake breath or whispering breath or Darth Vader breath is my favorite because it totally sounds like the deep breathing of Darth Vader. But the best way to describe how to do it, well, there are a lot of really great things about it. So we're going to do it before our yoga practice today. I'm going to encourage you to try to do it during the yoga practice today. But it's also really helpful to do in life, to take it off of the mat, to draw this breath in when we're feeling stressed or anxious or even just like drawn away from the moment. Creating this Ujjayi breath really helps to center and calm the mind because it brings an actual sound to your breath. So it really helps bring you back to the present moment. So it's really great in yoga, but it's really great just to practice in life too. So the best way to describe how to do an Ujjayi breath is like when we're fogging up a mirror, how we restrict the back of our throat to create that heat. So that is what Ujjayi breathing is. But we're going to want to do that with our mouth closed. So we're going to want to inhale and exhale like that with our mouth closed. So to begin, before we do that, we're going to make sure that we have a nice seated, comfortable position. We want our palms probably face down, space between our vertebrae, our shoulder blades pinching in and together a little bit. Gently closing our eyes or softening your gaze. You don't have to close your eyes if you don't want. You just want to look down to the floor. We're just trying to bring our senses inward a little bit. And just notice your natural breath rhythm for just 2 or 3 breath cycles in and out. And on your next exhale, try to create that restriction in the back of your throat like you would when you're fogging up a mirror, keeping your mouth closed. And just try to do it on the exhale for a couple, because it can be a little different to get used to for just a couple breath cycles, but it'll come to you pretty naturally. So on your exhales, creating that restriction and just noticing what that feels like. And then maybe trying to do that on your inhales now. So slowly and steadily inhaling, restricting, and exhaling, restricting. Inhaling, restricting with your natural breath rhythm, and exhaling, restricting. We'll bring some control to the breath here in just a minute, but we're just getting comfortable with how the sensation is, what this sounds like in our throat and in our body, what this feels like. If at any point you start to get lightheaded or feel dizzy, definitely take a break and just come to your natural breath rhythm and then join us again in this breath practice, okay? Good. So we're going to start elongating the exhales to a 4 count and bringing the inhales to a 4 count. So we want to have a nice balanced breath with this Ujjayi breathing. Inhaling slowly and steadily. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep this natural rhythm if it feels good. If it feels good to you, elongate it, maybe to a 5 count. You can start to do that. We just want to keep our inhales and exhales even right now. And we'll just do this for a few more breath cycles. This is a really good beginner practice. It's also a really great refresher practice if you have a familiarity with Ujjayi breathing already. And do 2 more breath cycles in and out here, and then we'll start movement, okay? So we're just creating that awareness, that sensation in our throat chakra, really beginning to awaken our energy there to help cultivate our expression, bringing our intention into our yoga practice, and gently releasing this breath practice and coming back to your natural breath rhythm. opening your eyes if they're not already. And we'll gently, on an inhale, bring the back of your head to your upper back body, gaze up, opening your throat chakra to the moon. We'll stay here for a few breath cycles. Shoulder blades glide down the back, elbows draw towards the ground just a little bit. And on your next exhale, gently bring your right ear to your right shoulder. We'll stay here for just a few breath cycles, bringing a nice stretch into the left side of your neck. Grounding down in the left side body. And on an exhale, go ahead and bring your chin to your chest, bringing a nice stretch into the back of the neck. Inhale, bring your left ear to your left shoulder. We'll stay here for just a few breath cycles. And then we're gonna just link it all together and just do some nice, slow, gradual circles with the neck. So go ahead and inhale, back of the head to the back body. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest. We're gonna inhale our head up and back. We'll do a few more of these in this direction with this breath cycle, and then we'll switch directions. Just being really gradual and gentle with our movement. Go ahead and switch directions. So move your head to the left. Circling slow and steady. Go ahead and on your next exhale, bring your neck back to neutral. Good. From here, we're gonna find our expression and creativity just a little bit. So we're gonna find a little bit of a flow in our upper body, okay? So you can think of it as like bringing your right shoulder and elbow over towards the ground a little bit, and then gently bringing your left shoulder and elbow over towards the left side. Yeah. Inhale it, bring it over to the right. Inhale it over to the left. Good. Do a few more of these at your own breath right now. Whatever feels good to you. Maybe they become bigger or smaller, faster or slower. We're really, like I said, working with our fifth chakra today. So that's our not just verbal expression and creativity, but all of our expression and creativity. So whatever feels good for you. And from here, we're going to draw circles with the belly. So go ahead and circle, scoop your chest forward. Inhale and exhale, round your back. Maybe the chin comes to the chest a little bit if that feels nice for you. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, scoop it back. Go ahead and switch the direction you're going. So if you were swooping to the right, go ahead and swoop to the left. For just a few breath cycles, we're just awakening the body, warming up the spine. This feels amazing to me. I sit at a desk quite a bit and I have a commute. So just this gentle movement is so good to me. All right, on your next inhale, come back to neutral and exhale, release, good. Go ahead and bring your right hand to the ground. Inhale, left hand up and overhead. Exhale, gently extend your left hand over towards the right side of the room. Keep your shoulder blade gliding down your back, so keeping space between your ear and your shoulder. On an inhale, gently twist your chest and gaze up to the ceiling, opening. And exhale, twist your gaze and chest down to the ground. Think about kind of closing your chest. We're gonna move here. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Maybe your eyes are closed here. Maybe that feels good to you. Maybe you're ujjayi breathing a little bit. Maybe that feels good to you right now. One more, wherever you're at. And on your next inhale, gently bring it up. And exhale, plant the left hand. Inhale, the right hand up and overhead. Exhale, right hand stretches over to the left side of the room. Stay here for just a breath cycle. Make sure the hip is glued into the mat. On an inhale, twist your chest and gaze up, open to the ceiling. Exhale, gaze down to the ground. Inhale up and exhale down at your own breath right now. You know what you're doing. Same thing we did on the other side. Close your eyes if it feels nice. Find your expression and what feels good and right for you. And on your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to neutral and exhale, plant your left hand. Beautiful. We're gonna come to all fours from here, tabletop position. So if you have that mat or that extra tablecloth, what am I talking about? Or you can always just like roll your mat over. But in tabletop position here, that's where tablecloth must have come from. But we want our wrists under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. Fingers are spread wide like starfish. Toes are curled under or tops of the feet are flat on the ground. On an inhale, gently bring your right leg back behind you, pushing out through your right heel. Toes are down to the ground. So this is a three-legged dog variation. On an exhale, gently round your back, bring your knee in to your belly, your nose, your elbow, whatever feels good. We're gonna inhale, leave your knee bent at 90 degrees, push your foot up towards the sky, bring a slight rounding in your back, gaze up. Exhale, we're gonna curve down, bring the knee in. It's like a cat-cow variation, three-legged cat-cow variation. Inhale, pushing the heel up, gaze up. Exhale, rounding your back. Good, we're gonna do one more inhale up. And on the next exhale, bring your foot between your hands. So maybe you plant it outside and heel toe it in. That's what I like to do. Go ahead and put your hands on the top of your thigh and push yourself up. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna heel toe our right foot out just a little bit. So it won't be directly under our knee right now. It's gonna be out in front of us just a little, okay? Inhale, bring your hands up and overhead. This is a warrior one variation. Palms will be facing in and towards each other. Upper arms are up by your ears, gazing forward, feeling nice and strong, rooted and grounded down. Shoulder blades gliding down our back. On an inhale, we're gonna go ahead and bend into our front knee even more. Our hands are gonna interlace behind our head. We're gonna open up our chest and our throat towards the ceiling. Crescent lunge. So it's a nice hip opener on the left side as well. Make sure you're not clenching your toe. Good. From here, inhale yourself up. Exhale, twist open towards the right. Beautiful. We'll stay in this twist for just a few breath cycles, and then we're gonna link all of those together, one breath with one movement. Inhale, bring yourself back to that warrior one variation. Hands are up and overhead. Exhale, sink into your front knee a little more, opening up your left hip. Hands come behind the head. Exhale, twist open to the right. Maybe you're gazing over your right shoulder. Inhale, we're doing one more of these. Hands up and overhead. Warrior one. Exhale, bend into your front knee, open your chest and throat up. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, twist to T. Beautiful. Inhale, bring your hands back up, that warrior one variation. Exhale, we're gonna frame our front foot. Bring our front knee to meet our back knee, that tabletop position. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So make sure you have your nice form and foundation to start. If you need a little more padding under your knees, take a minute to do that. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Inhale, you're gonna bring your left, let's not burn my foot, I got candles back here. Holy cow, holy cow. Inhale, your left leg back and up behind you, pushing out through your left heel. On an exhale, gently round your back, bring your left knee in towards your nose, your elbow. Inhale, round the back, push the heel up to the ceiling, gaze goes up. Exhale, round your back, knee to nose. Inhale, gaze and tailbone curl up. Exhale, back rounds. We got one more of these in us, ladies, I know we do. Inhale, up. Exhale, round your back, good. On our next inhale, good. Exhale, bring your foot between your hands. Push yourself up by bringing your hands to the top of your thigh. Make sure you have a nice form and foundation here. Bring your hands up and overhead. Palms face in and together. We'll stay here for just a breath cycle or two. On an exhale, gently sink into that front knee a little bit more. If your knee starts to go in front of your ankle like mine is, come out of it and heel toe your foot out more. You really want to make sure that your knee is protected and that it never goes in front of your ankle like that. It should always stack on top of it. In yoga, we're trying to be mindful of our joints. Good, inhale, come back out of that. Exhale, we're gonna twist open to the left. We'll stay here for just a breath cycle or two, and then flow. So let's inhale, bring our hands up and overhead. Exhale, crescent lunge, hands come behind our head, gaze goes up. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, twist open to the left. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, hands up overhead, warrior one variation. Exhale, sink into our lunge a little more, open our chest. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, twist open to the left. Good. Inhale, hands up and overhead. We're gonna exhale, plant our hands. Inhale, front knee to meet the back knee. Let's shift our weight forward and come to our bellies from here. Bring your hands even with your chest. Find a little baby cobra. So on an inhale, gently lift your gaze up. Make sure we're not squishing our neck up, but we have a nice elongated upper body, gazing off the tip of the nose, a nice straight line in the back of the neck. Exhale, release. We're gonna inhale, stay on your knees, but push your chest up. So this is like a push-up variation or a plank variation where we just stay on our knees. And we're gonna exhale, shift our hips back, come to child's pose. Inhale, big here, nice juicy exhale here. On your next inhale, gently shift your weight forward, keep your hands planted, come back to that plank variation. Exhale, lower to your belly. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push-up variation. Exhale, back to child's pose. We're gonna do one more of those, ladies. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Chest even with the hands. Exhale, lower to the belly. Inhale, baby cobra, chest lifts up. Exhale, release. Inhale, push your chest up, plank variation. Exhale, shift your hips back to child's pose. Beautiful. It's one of my favorite flows. I love that so much. On your next inhale, go ahead and come back up to all fours. And we're just gonna go ahead and kick our feet out to one side and come to our sit bones. We have one more pose to do. I hope we have time. I can't check the time, so I hope we're good on time.
You're good.
Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, so we are gonna finish off with Wild Thing because it's one of the most expressive poses in my opinion. So to go get into Wild Thing, let's begin with our left knee bent and our right leg extended out long in front of us. We're gonna bring our right hand behind us. So left knee is bent, right hand is behind. Left hand is gonna come up and overhead. Make sure your right toe is like pointed out long. So on an inhale, what we're basically gonna do is push into our foot and our hand and lift our hip up and begin to open up our chest and look up at our elbow probably, or back at our hand. If you can come up to your toe on your left toe, your left foot, that's awesome. If you feel better flat-footed, stay there. So we're really focusing on trying to open up our chest here. If you need to come out of this, we're gonna stay here for about 10 breath cycles. So if you need to come out of it for a few breath cycles, do that. This is your practice. This is where you're expressing yourself. We're having fun, okay? So whatever feels good for you. Maybe you inhale and bring yourself back up for just a few more breath cycles, feeling strong, feeling expressive, finding our voice, feeling confident in our creativity. And on an exhale, gently come to your sit bones if you're not already. Beautiful, ladies. We're just gonna do the same thing on the other side now. So extend your left leg out long, bend your right knee. Bring your left hand behind you. Right hand is coming up and over your head. Point your left toe. And on an inhale, gently push into that planted foot and planted hand. Lift your hip up. Gaze up at your right elbow crease or maybe back at your right hand. If it feels good to come up on your right toe, come up on your toe. And we're here for about 8 more breath cycles. So if it feels good to stay here and be a little creative, find a nice little flow with it, you can do that. If you need to come down and sit for a hot minute, you can do that. We've got about 3 more breath cycles left, ladies, you can do it. Let's finish strong and feeling beautiful. And exhale, come to our sit bones. Excellent. Oh, that was so fun. I hope you like that. I like that a lot. Okay. All right, ladies, from here, we're just coming down to our backs for Savasana. So plant your feet, knees are bent. We're gonna bring our hands to the backs of our thighs and gently come down 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. We're gonna finish with a nice little bridge pose. Have your feet about 1 foot or 1.5 feet from your glutes. We're gonna have our hands planted firmly at our sides for now. On an inhale, we're just gonna gently lift our hips up towards the sky, keeping our throat chakra, our throat very open. So imagine you've got like a grapefruit or a softball or something big in your throat, so you're not squishing in your neck, but you have nice open throat. If it feels good to bring your hands underneath your back and interlace to open up your chest more, you can do that. We're here for about 2 more breath cycles. Maybe you've been coming to that Ujjayi breath occasionally through the practice, maybe not, and that's okay. This is a great time to bring it back. And on an exhale, gently release and go ahead and bring your knees into your chest. And you can just roll gently back and forth. Good. From here, we are going to just come to a little twist. So bring your legs even, your shins even with the ceiling, parallel with the ceiling. Hands will come out to T. On an exhale, gently allow your knees to just come over to the right side really gently. Your gaze will go over your left shoulder. Your right hand can come to the outside of your left thigh or maybe your left knee and put a little bit more tension and awareness there if that feels nice for you. Maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. We want our shoulder blades on the ground here, so try to keep that left shoulder blade glued down. We're gonna inhale and gently come out of that, lift the knees back parallel with the ceiling and exhale them over towards the left, slow and steady. Gaze goes over the right shoulder. Hand can come to the outside of the right thigh or the right knee even. Checking in with your right shoulder blade. Make sure it's not in your ear. That's some space there. And that it's on the mat. And on your next inhale, gently bring your knees back parallel with the ceiling. And exhale, allow your feet to come down to the ground. So for Savasana, you can keep your knees bent and have your feet as wide as the mat and your knees can be resting in and together. Or you can have your legs out long, so whatever feels better for you. Hands can be palms face open with your elbows tucked into your side gently. That is my preferred mudra, Hasta Mudra for you today, to be open and receptive to letting go, to being creative and confident with your communication. If you feel more comfortable with your hands closed on your belly though, that's cool too. So take the next 5 seconds to make any minor adjustments you need to with your posture right now, with your Shavasana. We'll be here for a little bit of a meditation and a little bit of a relaxation practice. So just begin to settle and sink in, bringing your awareness to your back body and its connection with the mat. Noticing spaces that it's touching and spaces where there's gaps. Just relaxing the mind and the body. And slowly just bringing your awareness to your heart center, to your throat center, to your upper chest area. And just imagining breathing into this space, a warm, energizing, fulfilling light. With each inhale, it grows. With each exhale, it continues to take over your body, just this warm, glowing light that's coming from your heart center, coming from your throat center. It's originating from you, your truth, your communication, your authenticity, filling you up, reaching all the way down to your knees and to your toes, even going out through the crown of your head. Just feeling really good in this light for a little bit, just a couple minutes. What does it feel like to appreciate your true self? Maybe it doesn't feel any different. That's totally okay. Maybe it feels amazing. That's really okay too. It's really just about noticing, being creative and open to this experience. Bringing our awareness back to our heart center, to our throat center. Allowing that light to disperse and come back to a normal state. Just notice if you feel any different. Maybe you don't. Beginning to check in with our body for pockets of tension, muscles that are gripping, allowing our toes, our feet, working our way up, our legs, taking 2 or 3 breath cycles intentionally at each space to release our glutes, which is holding tension in my lower body. Just check in there and release. Maybe you feel totally relaxed, but could you relax a little more in your lower belly, in your chest, in your upper arms, in your neck? You can always release more tension in our necks. Our jaw, are you clenching your teeth? Can you release your forehead? Just spending another minute or 2 here in relaxation space. Appreciating where you're at, what thoughts are coming in, what sensations you're experiencing. Just knowing that they're expressions of energy, they're expressions of who you are. They're not right or wrong, they're happening. Just noticing them. And when our thoughts wander, and we recognize that, bringing it back to the heart center, bringing it back to that space to help ground us for another 5 or 6 breath cycles before we awaken. Allowing the corners of our mouths to turn up slightly, a gentle smile. Allowing our breath to come back a little bit deeper and movement to come back slowly and steadily in our fingers and our toes. Hands and feet begin to welcome movement. Wrists and ankles, arms and legs. And eventually, whenever you feel ready, you can make your way onto your right side and spend a breath cycle or 2 there, or 3 or 4, and eventually pushing yourself up to a seated position how we started. Take your time, make adjustments you need to, fix your hair, your shirts, whatever. And once you feel good, you can bring your hands to heart center, eyes closed. Maybe that smile finds your face again. Closing the practice with some thoughts from my favorite book, The Yamas and the Niyamas, on self-expression. When we habitually silence and distort ourselves, we begin to lose our lust for life and look towards other things to fulfill us. We forget that we are here on this earth to self-express in a way no one else ever has or ever could. We'll close the practice by taking 3 inhalations through the nose and exhalations together, beginning now. Thank you, ladies, so much for practicing and joining us tonight. It's so great to be here with you all. The light in me sees and recognizes the light in you. Namaste. That was wonderful. I hope you ladies enjoyed that as much as I did. Yeah, I don't even have anything to say about it. I was turning it over to Kristen. It's so good.
Hello, everyone. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I feel lifted. It's awesome. Okay, so I want to start just by talking about the wolf moon a little bit more. There's so many interesting things about it, looking at it. People talk about it because it is the cold season that it's difficult to deal with. And moving into that, I want to talk about, like the wolf, we're going to honor traditions and ancestors. Wolves are extremely expressive, which Elika has talked about a little bit as well, not just vocally, but in their body language. And maybe the moon is telling you to start expressing yourself more. Or maybe it means you need to step back into more of a softness. Maybe you need to step up into an alpha. There's so many options for you to choose from. What is calling to you? So sometimes the season seems bleak and dark and maybe even not happy, but it's actually an invitation for opportunity. There's so many things that you could find in yourself to discover new parts of you. Are you resourceful? Are you building yourself up? The wolves build a pack together. Are you building yourself for the season? What could you be doing and who could be helping you? So I'm going to go ahead and continue on with that. And I'd like to start by making the decision to surrender any limiting fears or beliefs, any of them, to welcome an invitation, strength and love from the moon herself, directly from the divine to being. Imagine yourself full, your soul warm and uplifted. Imagine her illuminating light, making you prosperous. And for your abundant feeling, her insight, feel her warmth, feel her gift of sight. Embrace it and deliver your everlasting energy into my vessel and a vessel surrounding me. While we're going through these, I want you to think about your senses and think about how you're using them on a regular basis. The next thing I want to go into is letting go. When we have the full moon, it's very important to let go of things. Write down the things. If you have the opportunity to, you can do it now, you can do it later, but write down the things and choose to rip them up if you want to. So take some time for yourself right now. If you need to get paper or a pen, you have time. We're not rushing you. I'm grateful that you guys are here with me. I hope that you are enjoying this as much as I am. So I'd like to read off some of the things that I wanted to just let go. I have two major cards here with me today, one that has a lot of things and one that is personal and for someone else actually. So some of the things that I wrote down that I want to let go of is self-doubt, self-hatred, other people's opinions, self-shame, bad seeds, trauma, my addiction, my Crohn's disease, and holding myself back. I'll be ripping these up because I want to feel these leave my body. They are leaving me today. I never have to deal with them again, ever. You never have to deal with these things again. You're making a conscious choice to free your body and space right now. The other card that I'm going to choose to let go is actually for my friend Tyra. Her husband will be having surgery and he has cancer, and I will be letting go of his cancer for him today. I think it's important to know that we can take care of other people that we love too, and not just ourselves. You can also choose to burn these. I have a candle over here. I will be burning this whole entire thing later. Burning it just kind of sets it for me. It makes it really feel like it's gone. I'll write letters to myself and let them go. Letters to myself about being a mom and let them go and burn them. And then they're gone for me. I don't have to worry about them anymore. I will not allow them to hold me back moving forward. And that's what we're doing with these full moons. The next thing I want to talk about is harnessing her energy. Let's harness her energy together. So I would love for you, if you have the availability to, is to grab one of your cups and or jars of water and put it in front of you. I don't care if it's a water bottle, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Distilled, purified, bottled, who cares? I want to talk about it. Let's talk about harnessing that everlasting energy and her power. I'm going to ask you to put your hand in the sky. Put your hand up. You can move your fingers around. You can do whatever you want to. And I'm going to ask you to ask her for youthful energy that will fill your vessel with her vibrations. Feel it. Let it move through your body. I want you to relax and celebrate good fortune, because no matter what's happened in 2020, we have each other. We got to do this together. We're moving into a new year with support right here. Accept that energy and feel those vibrations through your being. Channel happiness. And then I'd like you to bring your arm down, pick up your water, and take a drink of it. Feel it through your being. Feel that water move through your body. Can you feel it all the way go down to your feet? Allow it to go all the way down to your feet. Feel her illuminating light in that water. Feel your body's vibrations. And the next thing that I want you to do is to put your hand in that water, just a little bit on your fingers, dump it on your hand, whatever. Make a little bit of a mess, it'll be okay. And I want you to splash that water in your face. Feel it. Feel how it feels. Was it shocking? Was it cold? Was it comforting? Allow your senses to absorb her energy through the water. Do you feel refreshed? Do you feel replenished? Do you feel cleansed? Do you feel like you've already let go of everything in your body and you can move to a new day tomorrow? Are you ready to start a new year? I just want to say thank you guys so much for allowing me to do this with you and share this experience. It means so much to be able to honor the moon and honor each and every single one of you, hoping to push forward not hoping, we are pushing forward into a new year with so much gratitude and hope, starting it together, moving every single day forward. I would love to take questions if you guys have any. I'm sure all of the girls are open to that. If there's anything that you want to let go of out loud, we have time. If you are feeling that, feel it. Pop your mic on and tell me what you need to let go of. Or if somebody needs help to let go, let us know. Let us help you let go.
So I went ahead and burned up my ego. I wrote down, as soon as you said, like, what do you need? I like, burn it. And I literally just like wrote ego on like a little corner of a paper and just burned it right away. I was like, get out of here. So that was mine. If anybody else had anything that they wrote down, don't be afraid to share.
I don't know if anybody else, I'm on my phone, so I can only see like 3 people at a time. But I wrote doubt, self-doubt, like a dozen times. It was like the only thing that I could think of. Like, I am really at a point with my coaching business where I am wanting to grow it, and I'm really hitting a roadblock with just my self-doubt. So it's something that it's so prevalent in my life right now. And it's just really good to be able to get that down, and I'm looking forward to burning that later.
One of the things that I really feel like I need to let go of is, I want to make sure I say these words correctly, my feelings of inadequacy. I am doing an internship right now in Mississippi. I've been away from my family for 3 months now, all through the holidays. I was without them. And it's just kind of been a really tough time. And I did this internship thinking that it was my dream, everything that I wanted in life. And now that I'm here, I've just felt alone and like I can't do anything right. And like every day I come home from working unpaid as hard as I can, just feeling like I'm never doing enough. And that's something I really need to work on, but it's been tough.
Absolutely. Ali, I'm so happy that you shared that with us. I know it's hard to speak up, especially in front of possibly faces you don't know and don't recognize. But I think there's something super powerful about using your voice, just what Elika was talking about today, and just using your voice to say, I'm not allowing that anymore. I'm not allowing myself to feel inadequate because of something else, somebody, because somebody else is placing that on you, because you are absolutely enough. I will tell you that. Absolutely, as is, right there, as I see you in your little box, you absolutely are beautiful and enough. And I've known you pretty much your entire life. So like, I know, like, I couldn't imagine you feeling like you're not doing enough for somebody else. That breaks my heart knowing that. And so I'm really happy that you spoke up about letting it go, because it's not serving you. It's not serving you anything, and it's only holding you back too from being and the person you and I both know you're supposed to be, and sometimes you have to make some hard decisions too. I know you and I have been talking about what to do, where to go, what's next. And sometimes you're going to have some hard decisions in life, but there's always learning from it. There's always an opportunity to learn from that. So hope, maybe you just take some learning lessons from it and then be like, okay, this is not for me. This is not what I thought it was, or anything like that, and just move forward. But do not take that you are not enough with you. Okay? Please do not take that with you. That does not serve you. And whoever placed that on you, that's on them. Okay? that's them talking about them not being enough, that they think that they are not enough. So they're projecting it onto you. And that's not fair. Okay. So you tell me their name because I'm coming after them. No.
Yes, ladies, please also take advantage of the chat. Also know that you guys are more than welcome to reach out to us as well moving forward, not just today, but through the week. Please let us know how we can support you. That is that's all of our jam. That's what we
Yeah.
do. We just support each other. That's what we've been doing for like a whole year. I literally just posted about transforming into the person that I am, being able to lean on these women when I'm sick, but still showing up, and literally just being able to call them sometimes and cry or be happy. And that's why we do this, is because we enjoy, one, being together, and two, that support is so important. Please, anybody else say what they need to. We'd love to hear it.
This is Nicole. Not Jenny's sister, the other Nicole. And I put, don't talk down to myself or others. I'm not a judge. And I put that in there because of the book that we're reading with the 4 agreements. And I was going to post a picture on Facebook where I gave kind of like, it's like the fist pump. And I kind of gritted my teeth at the mirror and I caught a picture of myself and I was going to post it. But I'm like, that looks really brutal. But I caught myself at that moment saying, no, I'm not going to talk down to myself, because I saw myself in a picture and I'm like, ooh, and then I'm like, no, absolutely not. I am beautiful the way that I am. So I just put on there that I'm not going to talk down to myself or others because I'm not a judge.
That's awesome.
I love that, Nicole. That is super cool. I love that. And not a judge to yourself, right? Like I think that's kind of where you're going with that, is like, we always say, oh, don't judge others, but we judge ourselves so harsh. And
Absolutely.
if you post that picture, no one sees what you see. No one sees it the way you see it. You're probably going, I know when I look at pictures, I'm like, oh, one of my eyes is closed more than the other because I just like tend to have more, like, I just tend to have a lazy eye sometimes. I don't know. But in my eyes, and you guys probably don't even know that. That's something I see, right? And so I love that. And I love the fact that you're like, I don't want to judge myself anymore. That's
Yeah.
super cool.
It looked mean, but it was one of those things that I was being mean to myself, and that was me coming out saying absolutely not. So I shut my down really quick.
It's okay to be a little bit brutal.
Uh-huh.
I want to see the picture now. I want to see that, like, a little gruff coming from you, a little tough. I like it. I think, Jill, you had your mic off. Did you want to speak? I'm totally down to hear.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. Yeah, it was funny because the card that you pulled for me was that mermaid with the bird, like allow myself to receive and give. And I feel like that kind of goes for everybody, because it is a wolf moon and it's about new beginnings. So I feel like I'm so used to being comfortable in my own little, shell, I guess you want to say. And I feel like opening up that shell, hence the mermaid, right? It's like taking risks, I wrote down, and to be able to open up and to let go. I have a lot of pain and I lost a few people that were really close to me last year. And I feel like I still dwell on things. I still stew over little things. And I don't want to be like that anymore. And just allowing myself to let go is one of my biggest things. Is it's going to be hard, obviously. It's easier to say than do, but this is just like another reminder, another wake-up call, just to write this all down and burn it. It is in Leo, right? So I'm not sure if Leo is a fire sign, but it makes sense, like, that we all kind of just take that next step forward, right? So yeah, that's it.
I love that. That's super awesome.
I'm actually glad that you shared that. I've been struggling with a friend passing recently, and that made me really remember that I need to start letting that go as well. So thank you for sharing. It helped me as well.
Thank you.
Isn't that interesting too? How sometimes just sharing what you need to let go, and you see all these faces going, yes, yes. And there's like that a little bit of validation of like, oh yeah, that's right. Like it is good. It feels like community, that sense of like, I'm not the only one that, maybe struggles with that or still needs to let that go, or, and you're not the only one, but it's still doesn't change that it's hard, right? It's hard. So be gracious, if that's a grace, give yourself some grace in that process as well. I think we give ourselves a lot of hard times of, oh, we should be over this, or we should be moving on, or we should be whatever. You guys, I have lost people in my life and it has been years ago and it still hurts me sometimes. Okay. And that's okay. I think we just have to be able to feel that and not shove it away. Say, I'm recognizing that I'm feeling that. I'm recognizing that that's coming up in me. What's something I can do to maybe honor it and then move past it as well? That's what I try to do. So I had my dad pass away about 8 years ago. Every once in a while, it just pops up and here I am. And I'm like, get really emotional. And so I try to honor it, recognize it, do something that maybe reminds me of my dad, and then shift. Okay. Rather than saying, oh, I can't believe I'm still upset about that. I can't believe I'm even still crying about that. Because then that makes me, feel like I shouldn't have emotions. And I'm a little just still feel things. So find that also like grace with it, Now if you have anger in there, that's where we need to start working on. If you can move past that anger with it, that's where I think that we can start working with those emotions. So identify how you feel about it, journal about it, say, what is it I'm feeling? Am I sad? Am I mad? Am I angry? Am I hurt? Am I alone? Like, what is it that I'm still holding on to? And how can I work through it? That's just from a personal standpoint. That's not like, I'm not a counselor or anything like that, but that's just what I do when I feel that emotion come up, is like, okay, am I angry because my dad's not here? Or am I sad because my dad's not here? Or what is it? Like, how can I identify it? And then how can I work through it? I don't get mad at myself for getting upset though.
Right.
Yeah. So if you ever need to talk, we're here. Just like Kristen said, I love that you guys, that we're almost creating like this little separate community here. It's really cool to be a part of and to see you ladies continue coming and come again. And now we're seeing familiar faces and we're getting some new faces. It's just really awesome to be like, hey, can my friend come? Yeah, your friend can come. Bring them on, put them in the group, give them the link, maybe give them a little introduction or say, hey, I added my friend so-and-so in here. Maybe message me or Elika or Kristen, just so we can welcome them and recognize their names when they come in. Did anybody else have anything else they wanted to share before I wrap up today?
I've got one fun thing that I want everybody to do, because it's going to be recorded. It's going to require everyone to take their mics off so we can hear each other. And we're going to do one howl. We're going to howl at the moon tonight, ladies. Will you howl with me?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, how cool would this be to be able to put this on a video and show other women that we are here to support them and help move forward every single month?
Love it. Awesome.
Alrighty.
We'll do it in the count of 3. I'll count everybody off and we're going to howl at the moon on 3. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh!
Awesome.
That was so good.
Oh, that was fun. That has now been added to every moon gathering. Executive decision. You're like, approved. That was fun. I love that. Heather, hopefully we didn't wake up baby though.
Yeah.
I saw that. Turn us down. Awesome, ladies. Thank you so much for being here with us today, this evening. I hope that you have a chance to maybe set out some water under the moon, get it before the sun comes up in the morning, so that way you can have it to be charged. You can use it right away. You can save it for that day that you maybe just need that burst of energy, or you just need that reminder to ground yourself. Whatever it is, that water is for you to use however you wish, okay? You can set out your crystals. You can do some extra stretches, some extra howling. Make sure you go out and at least check out the moon tonight. It is bright. I saw it actually through my whole practice. It was beautiful right up here in my backyard. I have my windows or my doors open because it's about 60 degrees here. So I'm getting like a nice cool breeze, and it's just really beautiful. So sorry if you guys are not. I see Kristen outside. We're in Florida, sorry. But thank you ladies so much for coming. I appreciate it. One more just little thank you there. And I hope you guys have a fantastic evening. If you
Molly.
to post or take a picture of your little setup or anything like that, just tag us in it or post it over in the full moon gathering. We just love to get everybody's like picture of their setup or picture of themselves on their yoga mat and just post it in there. We just like to make little videos and stuff like that for us. So if you get a chance, pop in there. And if not, we will just see you for our next gathering, which stay tuned in the group. We will let you guys know all the details for that. Okay. All right. Thank you ladies so much. I hope you have a fabulous evening. Happy full mooning.
Thanks for coming, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye guys.
Thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.